Good morning, everybody. Lovely to hear, to be in your presence. Not to see you. Some of you I've been chatting to on the Zoom, so it feels like we connected. I've got to keep remembering that this class is being recorded for YouTube, so I've got to think a bit differently, but however, that'll take time. So bringing your hands into prayer at your hearts, turning your smiles up. Close your eyes and just begin with a couple of lovely, long, slow, beautiful, equalizing breaths. I know some of you are outside, so enjoy that, guys. Enjoy that sense of connection outside. Wherever you are, connect with the breath and the energy around you. And as you sit in this position, visualize a beautiful golden column of light coming down. And that golden column of light is coming from the central sun in the God Most High, all the way up through the galaxies into the very vastness of space. And as that column of light comes down and really beams its energy into you, visualize that light pouring into you from all the unseen realms, from all the collective consciousness out there. Just feel yourself drawing in these vast, vast areas of the unseen worlds. Allow yourselves today to be open to those unseen worlds, because today we are doing Vijnanamaya Kosha, which is basically your intuitive, self-knowing, feeling sheath. So you want to really feel yourself, allow yourself to open to the unseen worlds. All the way up, the angelic realms, the Davic realms, the realms, like Carl Jung said, of collective consciousness, awareness, knowing. That sense of I know, but I don't know how I know, but I know. That beautiful sense of intuition. So as you just take a few more breaths before we just talk about Vijnanamaya Kosha, we want to just get a feeling, a sensation of allowing that light to draw down through us and into us. And then take the head and bow it towards the heart and surrender the thinking mind. Yesterday we did Vijnanamaya Kosha. Surrender that thinking mind to the energy of the heart. So Vijnanamaya Kosha is the heart and the third eye. It's the union of the heart and the third eye. It's the third eye replacing the thinking mind. And then slowly release and open your eyes. So who am I? If Vijnanamaya Kosha had to answer who am I, Vijnanamaya Kosha would say, I'm Patsy, I'm a yoga teacher, I've got 2 children, I've got a dog, I like this, I don't like that. So that would be the mind, the ego, talking back, telling you, who am I? If Vijnanamaya Kosha had to answer the question, who am I? Vijnanamaya Kosha would answer, I am a spiritual being having a human experience. So I am so much more than this physical body, this physical mind of my thoughts. I am that collective knowing, as well as that intuitive knowing that comes from within. V means a special. Jnana is knowledge. So it's a special knowledge. So I want you to think of these koshas as you've got your little soul in the center. And around your soul you have got all these sheaths. Now, the more you work on these sheaths, and yoga is a system of working on these sheaths, these koshas, these bodies, the more you become closer to the awareness of yourself as that soul, as that entity that is part of the collective, beautiful, divine essence of God, Creator, Hashem. So we start with the physical body. The more we purify that physical body, the more we can allow the Pranamaya Kosha, which is our energy body, to really, to feel that, to work optimally. And the more we purify Vijnanamaya Kosha, the more we let go of the thinking mind and come into this present moment. In the present moment, there is really no thinking, because there's no past and there's no future. So it's now. It's this now moment in time that you want to actually connect with. This is where that knowing, and it's an intuitive sense, and the way that this knowing is helped so much. The yoga poses and the yoga classes work on all the sheaths. They work on everything. There's certain poses obviously that have a little bit more benefit than other poses. Tomorrow we're doing a Nyah Porsche, which is the heart, so we're going to do more back bends. Today we're going to do more kind of forward bends, more going in, more going into this third eye. And we're going to marry the third eye and the heart, so that the energy is not one of the brain, but the energy is one of the heart. So it's that love, that intuition, that knowing. And we move into that third eye consciousness. When Ashna chakra is awakened, our clairvoyance, our clairaudience, our clairsentience, our inner knowing happens. And so we all have this. It's part of our sheath, it's part of our knowing. But so often we ignore that knowing, or we don't believe it. So often our whole being says, go that way. And we think, well, that's completely impractical. And then we realize afterwards, if we didn't follow that intuition, gee whiz, you know what, I should have followed my intuition. And when we do that, we look for the omens that actually lead us onto that. So something will come up in your life, for example, the sale of my house. I wasn't thinking about it, it came up, and then 3 days later, I knew I had to sell it. There was just this inner knowing, the inner knowing that something is about to happen and I need to do something to prepare for it. And the more that we listen to that, it's Michael Singer's, and I've used him twice in these classes because he's beautiful. It's where he says, just go with whatever comes up and trust that instinct. So it's about really trusting that instinct. So to get into to collectively collect all these brain waves and these chitties, Adil Pakaval's wife, Savitri, beautiful woman, taught us these little meditative techniques. And this is to gather up the brain waves and bring them into the heart. So I want you to rub your palms together. You're going to do this with closed eyes, but you're going to watch me just to begin with. Now, you know we spoke of our aura in our Pranamaya Kosha path. So we're working into the auric field, but we're also working around the brain center. So you want to feel that you're actually collectively collecting all these little vritti. Remember from yesterday, the vritti that prevent us from being in peace? So you inhale, and then you draw these palms around, gathering. And as you do that, feel in your palms that you're gathering this energy. Bring it, thumbs touch third eye. You exhale here. Then you inhale it all into your palms, and you exhale and you bring this energy into your heart. So that you are connecting Ashna and Anahata chakra without the thinking mind. We really want to come into Ashna chakra. We want to come into oneness. Vijnanamaya Kosha is about oneness. It's about how we are all one. It's about losing duality. It's similar in a way you can think to that Udana Vayu that we were working with before when we were working with the Vayus. So it's about the non-physical. It's about really knowing, internal knowing in this now moment in time. So rub your palms together again. We're going to do this 3 times. Bring your hands behind your head, close your eyes. Now feel like you're gathering. Now inhale and gather those brain waves into your palms, and exhale slowly, bring them forward to the front where you touch your thumb against your third eye. Inhale any residue of these vritti, these brain waves, and as you exhale, plant them into your heart and just smile. We're going to do that again. Rub your palms together, create that tejas, that energy, and we're going to bring our palms behind us. Inhale those brain waves. As you exhale, bring them round, hold them there as you inhale and collect any residue, and exhale, bring them all the way down into your heart. We're going to do this 5 times. We won't rub our palms again. Inhale, draw them as you exhale forward. Inhale, touch the third eye, and exhale, marry the two together. Inhale, palms at the back of your head. Exhale, draw that energy round. Inhale, touch your third eye with your thumb. Exhale, bring it down. Okay, one more time. Inhale, forward, exhale. Inhale, touch your third eye. Exhale, bring it down. Now, any time that you want to just collectively bring your brain waves to some kind of stillness, this is a wonderful technique. Savitri used to call them snippets of meditation, just quick little ways to get the brain waves softening. Breathe into it and slowly release. We're going to do the Arawan and Arowan breath. You stay seated. I'm just going to sit up to show you. A lot of my students know this breath. We're going to use as many of the psychic breaths as we possibly can so that we can really tune into the psychic energy that is Vijnanamaya Kosha. So coming down right at the base of the spine, so coming from your pubic bone, you breathe up to the clavicle. You continue the inhale over the back of the head to the top of the crown. Then as you exhale, you breathe down the front of your face, through your neck, and down. So it is a figure 8, guys. It goes like that. It's a figure 8 in you, Aroa 1 and Ara 1. It evokes the psychic energy within you. There are many meridians in us, and a lot of them are psychic meridians. So, well, they're all psychic, but this is a very particularly powerful one. So, inhaling up the front, over the back, exhaling through the same clavicle, through the same place, and exhaling down the back. So whichever position you feel comfortable with, we're going to do a few rounds of this, and then we're going to move with it very slowly. So you're going to take your, I find sitting like this the best way because it lengthens the spine. But if you want to stay cross-legged, or if you want to sit for a moment on a chair, that's also okay. So inhale up and around, exhale down and round the back. Inhale up and around, exhale down the front of your face and round your back. Now continue on your own. Eventually this breath becomes that you don't even have to think about it. It becomes totally automatic. As you do this breath, soften your third eye, soften your face, soften your throat, soften your heart. Allow yourself to really get into it and to feel it. Have this awareness that you are tuning into that collective consciousness, the unseen worlds. You're enhancing your own psychic ability, your own awareness, your own intuition, your own knowledge. So that when your body talks to you and when your intuition talks to you, you will trust it and listen to it, because it is the strongest voice within. It's that inner voice, the strongest voice within. And then slowly on your last exhale, release. Come down onto your hands and knees. So what we're trying to do in this class is go beyond the mind, Manamaya Porsche, and into this sheath, into the third eye. So you're going to do this breath with movement. So you're going to inhale into cat, up the front, round the back, and then as you exhale, you're going to bring it over your face, through the neck and round. And inhale and open and around, and exhale. Now feel yourself moving intuitively. Feel like the breath is just moving through you. Keep going on your own and go deeper and deeper into this awareness of just allowing the breath to move you. letting it move you completely, feeling, sensing, releasing. And then on your last exhale, you go back into child's pose. If your head does not touch the floor, then take one of your blocks and put it down, or your cushion or something that your head is releasing onto something. So you want to actually feel the head releasing down onto a position, onto something, resting. Another beautiful way of getting into this Vijnanamaya Kosha is through sound. So obviously mantras, sound like the singing bowls, also light. So if you imagine, we imagined at the beginning that light coming down, but if you have a candle, you can always gaze at a candle. It's called trakata, to gaze, and just feel yourself drawing that light in. So what you're connecting to is light, the entire electromagnetic field of the earth. Light and love being synonymous with creation, the whole of creation. So that collective consciousness, that awareness of how do we know, even as a young child, that not to do something with maybe our parents not even telling us. It's that awareness. So as you rest your head, you're resting the thinking mind, and then slowly come back up again. Release your block. Now I want you to feel. So the way to get into this kosha is to feel. So you want to feel this pathway, this aroha one and aroha one. So you inhale up the front, feel it, feel that energy moving. Exhale, push back into child's pose. Then as you come forward into cobra, bring it up the front of your body, through the neck, round the back, and then as you exhale back into child's pose, take it back. So move with the breath. Let the breath move you. Be in this now moment in time, because Vijnanamaya Kosha cannot exist in the past or the future. It has to exist in the now. And we feed it with this energy, this psychic energy. We feed it with positive vibrations. We feed it with just intuition and the love of the heart. So keep going. We go back into child's pose, and then we go forward into cobra, and back into child's pose, forward into cat, back into child's pose, forward into cobra. Keep the breath going, and eventually you're going to see that you don't even need to think it. It kind of just moves you into cat, back into child's pose, into cobra, and last time back into child's pose. Bring your block and put your block or your pillow onto the floor. If your head can touch the floor without it, then do so. You want to rest your head. So what energy do you want to align yourself with today? I'm looking up, I'm not resting my head so that you can hear me. What is it that you feel intuitively that you need to actually cultivate so that you can become more intuitive? Do you need to forgive more? Do you need to have more patience? Do you need to have more trust? Do you need to have more love? What is the energy that you intuitively feel that you would like to deal with today to help you to bring in this awareness of yourself as a being of light? Take your hands behind you. Inhale, come up onto your knees, and exhale, bring your hands to your heart. So we're going to move with this. Inhale, lift up. We're going to still do aroha one and aroha one breath. Lift up and come into the mini back bend. Exhale, come down. Inhale, come up, and bring your hands into your heart. Exhale, come down. Inhale, come up. Row 1, exhale down. One more time. Inhale up, exhale down. Good. Breathe into it. Nice, guys. And then slowly release. Come up. So taking all your props, as many props as you possibly can, as many as you need. We're coming into down dog and we're going to rest our head. So bring your props. If you've got blocks, you can build them up. If you've got cushions or blankies, you can bring your blankies and make them like this. So whatever you need to rest your head. So the palms go in front of the rest. Big inhale, and exhale, you push back. You rest your head in down dog. Okay, now continue with the Aroa 1 and Aroa 1 breath, that infinity breath. Tuning into infinity, breathing into it. Just a few more rounds of Aroa 1 and Aroa 1. And then release the breath and just feel yourself releasing your head. Completely releasing your head. Releasing the thinking mind. And then keep your head on the block. Come back. Bring your knees underneath your tushy. Bring your hands above you. Interlace your fingers and draw your arms up. Really let that third eye open. So bringing that energy in. And then slowly release. Come back into your child's pose. Use your prop and release. You want to keep your head on the block as much as possible, or the cushion, so that there's a point of contact. So it's sending a message to calm the mind. If you've got children that are very anxious or full of energy, it's very wonderful to let them, sometimes you put them in the corner and just put one palm on top of the other. That's another way of doing this. So if you don't want to use a cushion, you can put one palm on top of the other. But you want something to rest your head on because it calms the mind. And in order to get into Vijnanamaya Kosha, you need to calm your mind, because you have to bypass the mind and go into Ashna Chakra, the intuitive chakra. So slowly come up. We're going to come into a wide-legged down dog, Baddha Konasana. And now you can take as many props as you need. Okay, you can put these props on your feet or you can put them here. So really build it up. I'm going to demonstrate a really high one. And then you're going to come over and you're going to have the props so that your nose can at least breathe, so don't, and then you're going to rest. So rest, guys, rest in whatever feels good. You can have the props on the inside, or you can have the props on your feet, and you can rest down. So you want to have your head on something, okay? And now breathe into this forward bend. Intimacy. Into me I see. How intimate can you become with this now moment in time? I want you to feel the awareness of everything within you. This very special knowledge, this special awareness, we all have it. Oh, those psychics are so incredible. Each and every one of us is psychic. It's how much we allow ourselves to trust this Vijnanamaya Kosha, this third eye. How much do we allow ourselves to truly believe? Each and every one of you know that you've had that feeling, oh, the phone is going to ring and it's going to be so-and-so. And 2 minutes later, the phone rings and it is that somebody. Or they call it déjà vu. Oh, I've been here before. This is going to happen. And then it does happen. So we've all had those feelings. But the more we develop it, and it's about developing it, and it's about going deeply within yourself to sense this, to feel this. This is not a very active class today. This is more of an introspection. So the way we introspect is through the forward bends. So this is the easiest one to ascertain right now. So keep breathing. And then see here if you can employ Aroa 1 and Aroa 1. So just bring in that psychic. It's a figure 8 or an infinity sign. There is no beginning and there is no end. And there is only this now moment in time. It's a huge subject, so we won't go into it, but there is actually no such thing as time. And when we can stop the thinking mind, we actually stop time. And when we stop time, we go into the present. And when we go into the present, we go into that meditative state. So next time you in your car play something, or in your home play something beautiful, inspirational music. Let yourself feel the sound, because sound is a very powerful vibrator of energy. And see and sense. Sometimes we listen to something and we get goosebumps. Goosebumps is another way of telling you, I'm tuning into something more. So where do you get your inspiration? Through the mantras, through the bowls, through sound, through light, through visualization. When you go out into the sun, it feels so nice. Often when we go out into the sun, we open our hearts and we just say, oh, and we draw it in. That is connecting to this beautiful collective consciousness, these unseen worlds. And then very, 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 very slowly come up, release. Let's just stretch our legs out a little bit. So take your feet out, take your arms behind you, and lift your heels and let them go. And lift them and let them go. Lift them, let them go. Lift them, let them go. Keep your right knee bent and just hug your left knee. Lift your chest and lift it up and drop it down and lift it up and drop it down. So you're just basically stretching this leg a little bit. I'm doing it simply. This is much more of a restorative kind of class than the one. Tomorrow we'll move a little bit more, but today we don't move so much. And then we're trying to deal with the subtleties through our body, to find the subtleties, to find the experience. So Vijnanamaya Porsche is the experience of you, that knowing. What are you feeling? My father-in-law, tell you always used to say in his classes, feel, feel. You need to feel what it is within you. Okay, then we're going to open our legs wide. Okay, here we really need to build up, guys. So take as many props as you possibly need. Remember, it's the head that you want to relax down. Now, it doesn't matter if the back is rounded. It's not about the physical poses. It's about this movement of bringing ourselves inward, this intimacy that we're having with Vijnanamaya Porsche, this awareness. So build yourself up. Really build yourself up and let your head release. So this is what it can look like. I'm going sideways so that you can see. See, my back is kind of rounded. It doesn't matter. If you feel you want to go lower down, then fair enough. But go where you feel comfortable, because you are opening and you are holding Upavista Konasana, this wide-legged pose, which is quite intense. So you know what? We're going to turn it into yin, and we're going to let these feet flop out. So you're not going to have the pressure of holding the pose. You're going to make it very soft. You're going to make it much softer than we normally do. So the legs can be almost not floppy, but almost floppy, so that they're soft, so that you can come down and you can surrender into the pose. One of the most powerful poses in yin, because it brings up everything. It brings up emotions. It brings up stories. And I want you to feel those emotions, those stories, and allow those stories to release out. So one of the things that prevents us from really knowing ourself, the big self, the self that's right in the center, that all the koshas go around, is our attachment, a parigraha, our attachment to the stories of our lives, our attachment to the roles that we play. You keep down, I'm just talking to you. The roles that we play, the judgments that we have, the belief systems, the dogmas. We did this yesterday with Manamaya Kosha. So when we want to make Manamaya Kosha as healthy as possible, we have to let go of that. When we move from Manamaya Kosha to Vrigmaya Kosha, we want to let go even deeper, because the self, the true self, the essence of the self, is not your physical body. It's not your mind. It is that energy, that connection to self. However you see the soul, the yogis call it your Jiva Atman, your little soul, because Atman is the great soul and Jiva Atman is you, your individualized soul. That connection, that drop of water in an ocean, that is you, that is the essence of you. And what prevents you from really feeling that are all the attachments, the judgments, the stories. So Vrigmaya Kosha is about that collective consciousness and letting go of stuff that, and you can't live in Vrigmaya Kosha in this world because it's a three-dimensional world. But you can touch it in your yoga practice, and that can give you the fuel to live your life in a much more constructive, much more balanced way, and a way of connecting to that higher self, that awareness. So keep breathing into it. I know that it's a long time in this pose. That's why I'm talking to you. I'm keeping you busy. But there's an opening of second chakra. And that's allowing life to flow through you with no attachments. Life flowing through you with no attachments. Feels completely released. Let go. So for this moment in time, feel, and let go, let go, let go. It's a beautiful saying, let go, let God. So open yourself up to this awareness. And then you can very slowly come up slowly, very slowly. Put your props aside. Help your knee, because it's been stretched. Bring it in. Help the other, bring it in. And sit for a moment with your palms face up and your thumb and your first finger touching. Breathe into this, guys. Have this awareness. Feel what holding this pose for that length of time felt like. Feel what coming deep into you feels like. Have this beautiful awareness. And then let's rub our palms together again and see if this doesn't feel different now, this little snippet of meditation where we gather the brain waves. Bring your hands behind you. We'll do it 3 times. Inhale, exhale forward. You might be much more aware now. Touch the third eye. Inhale and bring it into your heart. Connecting heart and third eye and heart and brain. Inhale, bring your hands behind you, gather. Exhale, bring it forward, touch your third eye. Inhale and exhale down into the heart. Inhale into the palms. Exhale, bring it forward. Inhale, touch your third eye. And exhale, bring it into the heart. Okay, now we're going to do the third chakra, the second chakra, and we opened up ourselves in the Upavista. So it's going to feel very different, and I want you to notice this. So the more we kind of notice this special knowledge within us, the more we acknowledge this awareness of something much more inside of us, the more it becomes present in our day-to-day lives. If you don't use it, you lose it. That's honestly the truth of the matter. So the more you find that meditation is hard in the beginning, and then after a while it becomes a little bit easier. Yoga is hard, contemplation is hard, but then after a while it becomes easier. So the more you use it, and the more you begin to trust it, and you really trust your intuition, that's when it will lead you and guide you into what is really divinely meant for you. So we take the palms, let's rub them again. We take them behind us now. Now we're gathering this whole first, second chakra energy. Inhale, exhale, bring it forward. Your palms are down. Inhale here and exhale, bring this into the heart. So feel how that feels. And we're going to do it 3 times. Inhale and bring those palms forward. Exhale. Inhale into your palms and exhale into the heart. So you're feeling, gathering up this denser energy. Inhale into your palms. Exhale, gather it forward. Inhale, turn your palms up, and exhale, bring it into your hearts. Feel, feel, feel. Going to come back onto your hands and knees. You're going to have your cushions, your props, as much as you need here. We're coming into the wide-legged down dog. Okay, so we're going to tuck our toes under and open our legs wide. Pigeon toe, okay? Then you're going to bring your palms forward and you're going to rest your head. You're still going to try and push your legs back against an imaginary wall behind you, and you're going to rest your head. I'm going to turn around so I can talk to you sideways so that the sound is good. So I know sometimes when I turn away from you on the Zoom, you don't hear me. So this is what it looks like, guys, and breathe into it. Now enjoy it. How does it feel? What is the experience? What is the feeling? How do you feel in this pose? Can you feel that second chakra opening beautifully? Can you feel life flowing through you? Okay, now just for fun, do a row one and arrow one. Inhale up the front, round the back, and exhale over the front of your face and down the back of your body. And feel. So feel that that breath is opening you, that it is releasing, it is opening up psychic pathways, it's opening up awareness. It's a really nice feeling. Breathe into it. We're going to hold it for a few more breaths, and eventually that breath becomes totally effortless. It just flows through you. Breathe. Sense that special knowledge, sense that Vijnanamaya Kosha, sense that third eye. Sense again perhaps that you've got that beautiful column of light drawing more and more light into you. So start to sense as you open up your own psychic awareness. You can release the breath now and just be in the pose. Sense this moment in time as you just breathe into your body. Really try to become present. Listen to something around you that brings you even more present. Really feel that you're coming into now, this moment in time. Eckhart Tolle wrote a whole book on the power of now. Really the power of now. Right now, in this moment in time. Right now is where you can feel. Don't worry about what happened yesterday or even a few moments before. Feel now what you're feeling. Maybe your legs are talking to you. Resting your head, it should be easier. Maybe your body's talking to you. Listen, listen, listen to everything that you are experiencing and feeling and hearing. So often Spirit speaks to us and we don't hear that voice. Hear it. Hear this moment in time. And then you can very slowly bend one knee the width of the mat, bend the other knee the width of the mat, bring your big toes to touch, and come back into child's pose. Again, if you need something underneath your head, stretch it out, guys, and breathe into it and feel. You should feel a lovely awareness of that opening of your whole being, the opening of the second chakra, the opening of your whole being. This beautiful awareness. Nice. All right, come forward onto your tushis. So we don't want to reside in the past. We don't want to reside in the future. Both hold us back. Paschimottanasana, stretch of the west. Like I said before, a lot of forward bends in this practice because we're going deep within ourselves and finding the special knowledge which is all around us. But it is within us. It's within our capacity to feel. So it's actually nice if you can possibly sit on a block or a cushion so that you're a little bit higher. Something that's comfortable. I'm actually going to sit on my blankie because it's more comfy. So make yourselves comfy. It's about comfort. Okay. So you know that this pose stretches the entire back of your body, but it also brings you forward into yourself. So you want to feel this. Now again, bring yourselves up to however much you need to rest your head. You can hold on to your ankles, your shins, wherever it is that you feel. You can bring this further forward if you need to be forward, but give yourself a breathing space, okay? So let your nose be free. Or if you want to come further down, you can bring it further down. So it's whatever feels good for you. You are going to feel the back of your legs now, so breathe into this. Let yourselves, I'm not putting my head flat down, but you must, because I want to speak. So let yourselves feel, guys. Now feel that energy moving. And really feel it. Feel the energy moving up the back of your legs and over the back of your body. What is the experience? What does it feel like? How does it feel? What are you feeling? Connect with that. Connect with that awareness of sensation. So, loosely put, feelings are the language of the soul. How does the soul talk to you? The soul talks to you through Vijnanamaya Kosha. It talks to you through your feelings. So remember I said before that your soul is in the center and then you've got these layers around you. The first from the soul out is Anandamaya Kosha, the bliss, then Vijnanamaya Kosha. So Vijnanamaya Kosha is closer to the soul, to the essence. Then you've got Manamaya Kosha, which prevents you a lot from actually sensing it. You've got the first sheath after the physical sheath is Pranamaya Kosha, because that's the most accessible sheath to you. It's actually a miracle how it works. So it's the most accessible sheath to understanding and feeling your chakras, which take you deeper. Then when you go deeper, you realize you have to let go of your mind. You cannot be those thoughts. You cannot believe those thoughts. You cannot let the monkey mind pull you away from the sense of self. Be in the world, but not of the world. So it's as much as possible having a sense of that observer self, which we really try to cultivate through Manamaya Kosha. And when we've cultivated that, we can move deeper and deeper into Vijnanamaya Kosha, which is really knowing that internal awareness, that special knowledge we all have. So holding the poses is going to bring up stuff for you. Thoughts are going to come up. Allow them and let them float away. It's the same as in meditation. Thoughts come up. We cannot, it's not the thoughts that are bad. The thoughts are a collective thought. But it's the attachment to that thought. If you can just let that thought go, then you can come back into this now moment in time. And the way to do that is to feel into it. And then very, 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 very slowly come up. Release all your props. Release yourself off your cushion. Come back. Sit. And bring your hands into prayer. Notice. Just have this deep, deep, deep awareness, this knowing, this different sensation. All right, and then bring the soles of your feet together. Find your two sit bones. So rock from side to side. You know, it's kind of nice here also, just to make it a little bit easier, to sit back on your cushion. You're not going to need cushions for inside, so you can use whichever one you want. Make yourself a little bit higher. Then bringing your right arm, bring your right shoulder, and let your right palm face up and your shoulder be on your knee. Then lift your chest up, lift your arm up, and let your left shoulder come forward, your right shoulder come back, and you can even pull a little bit on your ankle if you want to bring you through a bit more. And now breathe into it, guys, and breathe into the whole side of your body. And how does it feel? Stop. How does it feel? Sorry, we've got a big, beautiful dog. How does it feel? How does it feel to have your arm over, to be breathing into the side of the heart, to be connecting? If you can hear the birds on the Zoom, go listen to them and go deeper into this present moment in time. Deeper, deeper, deeper into this present moment in time, right now. And then you can kind of flop it a bit more, guys. And just let yourself flop here. And then slowly roll round to the other side and simply take the other side. Breathe again into it. Hear any sounds around you. Listen to the beat of your heart. Try to be as present as possible. Breathe deeply into your bodies. Allow. Big thing about Vijnanamaya Porsche is allowing yourself to simply be. And then slowly bring yourself forward. It doesn't matter about props now. If you've got one close to you and you can bring one and you want to rest your head, then perfect. You've done this pose before, but whatever feels good for you. Just breathe into it and allow. Good. And very slowly come up. Bring your feet into a cross-leg position, comfortable seated position. Turn your palms to face up. Feel, feel, feel. Not what you think, what do you feel deep inside you? This is your intuition. This is the language of your soul. This is really reaching out from deep within you. There's a sensation, an awareness. Okay, because we've done a lot of forward bends, I just want to check that your back is okay. So release yourself and lie flat on your backs. Stretch your right leg away from you. Take your left knee and squeeze it into you. Really squeeze your belly up to your heart. And then push that heel away from you and see if you can bring your arms around you and give yourself a good squeeze. And we'll just hold it for a few moments to release that back. So really letting the belly fall down to the backbone, still staying in that very present now moment, feeling the sensations in the body, allowing them to release. And then bring your forehead towards your knee and give it an extra big hug. Release back down again. Hug it a little bit more. We've done a lot of forward bending, so I just want to really release your back. And then slowly release that leg. and hug the other one. Squeeze it to you. The belly drops down to the back, so you scoop that belly. You lengthen through the tailbone towards the pubic bone. Feel this now moment in time. Feel. Bring your forehead towards your knee and hug, hug, hug. Don't stop breathing. And then slowly release back down again. And just hug a little bit more. Then hug both knees. Give them a good hug. Squeeze them to you. Bring your forehead up to your knees. Make yourself into a little bundle. Release the forehead down. Bring the soles of the feet together and pull the heels into the tushy. Lift your chests. So open your heart. And then bringing your knees together, roll up to a seated position. Bring yourself for Nadi Shodhana. So basically, all yoga poses can really bring you into all the koshas. Some are a little bit, like I said before, some are a little bit more. And it's been, breaking it up for me has been very, I won't use the word challenging, but really helped me to think in a different kind of way. Well, what would you do if you just did one kosha at a time? Because I've always done a practice of incorporating all the koshas, and it's actually been an amazing journey for myself, a much deeper understanding of the koshas. So thank you guys. What's been so amazing for me to realize that these she's, which I kind of never really got to begin with. So, you know, we think we know something, and then we realize that we don't really know, and then we know something else, and then so knowledge goes. So knowledge grows, guys. We think, you know, we know, and then today what we knew maybe is not as relevant as what we know tomorrow, because something shifts within us. And we have to be organic, and we have to be real about that. And what I've realized about the she's, and it'll come very much in tomorrow's class, is that they are, and that's why they're called Maya. So in the beginning, why they're called Maya, and I've really contemplated this a lot. They're called Maya because they are of this illusionary world. They are pathways, she's, bodies, to help us through our physical experience come deeper into the experience of our big self with a big S, that space within us, that Jiva Atman. And so it's saying the same thing but saying it in a different way, and that's what intuition is. It's like, it's very hard sometimes to describe it, because it's about knowing that you know, but you don't really know how to put it into words, but you know. And the more that you can know that you know without knowing how you know, the more you know that you know. So we'll end with that very profound saying. So any of the breathing techniques that you do, any of the yoga is going to work on all 5 koshas. But we have just tried to break it up a little bit so that there's more of a we, the collective we, because you know I don't teach from myself. I draw on the collective consciousness, which I'm blessed teachers helps teach for me. So the more that we can really realize that we work on this in our yoga practice, and any breathing technique we actually do is going to bring us closer, because it's prana coming into us. But a very beautiful way of accessing third eye is through Nadi Shodhana. It's one of the most powerful for meditation. So, and meditation is a tool for Vijnanamaya Kosha. So some of the tools, the external tools, are light, a candle, sound, mantras. They're not external, but you know what I'm saying. And then some of the more internal ones are all the breathing techniques, of which Nadi Shodhana is a very powerful one. I can't mirror you here, so you take your left hand and you bring it into Jnana Mudra, the mudra of knowledge, the mudra of knowing. Vijnanamaya Mudra, Vijnanamaya Kosha, the Kosha the special knowledge. Okay, so the inner knowing. 2 fingers, thumb and ring finger, and then just make a little circle here on third eye so that you have this awareness that this is where Ashna chakra is. Ashna chakra, when open, is your intuitive mind field of inner knowing. It awakens your clairvoyance, your higher self, your knowing. It is the guardian of Vijnanamaya Kosha, of the sheath, along with the heart. But this is mainly comes from this chakra. So as we breathe into the chakra, we're going to create an energy. And as you breathe in, you're breathing in life force energy, prana, into the third eye and awakening it even more. So sitting up nice and tall, have the thumb and the ring finger just gently on those indentations. Take a lovely, long, slow, deep inhale through both nostrils. Hold and block both nostrils. Lift your thumb and breathe out your right side to about 20 centimeters below your nostril. Inhale from that same distance, drawing in golden light all the way up through into your third eye. Hold that golden light in your third eye. Hold it, feel it, sense it. Sense that the light is actually spreading through your whole brain center and awakening your third eye. Lift your ring finger and breathe out your left side to about 20 centimeters or more. Inhale that golden light up from the left side into the third eye. Hold that golden light. Turn your gaze into that golden light. Gaze and see if you can see light in that space. Lift your thumb and breathe out your right side. Inhale that beautiful golden light into your up the right side, into your third eye. Hold, sense, feel. What does it feel like? Notice the feelings. Lift the ring and bring out the left side. Continue on your own, going deeper and deeper into this breath. More and more awareness of how it feels, where you're connecting to Ashna chakra, how you're bringing in this beautiful light. Then visualize yourselves again as you're doing this breath. Witness yourselves in this beautiful column of light. So you're doing this breath, continue the breath. You're in a column of light, going up to the central sun and the God Most High. All the realms are pouring down into you. And as you do that breath, you're drawing in the golden light that is pouring down through the entire cosmos, the entire universe. So you're drawing in all this beautiful energy and you're holding it in Ashna and you are awakening Ashna. Feel, feel, feel. What do you want to align yourself with? Do you really want to call in the angels or your guides or your loved ones? Or do you just want to draw in love? What is it that you want to connect with right now at this moment in time? Open your mind, open your heart, open your energy fields, and know that as you do Nadi Shodhana and bring yourself into the oneness of this third eye, you are awakening your own intuitive powers. Or just be in it and feel what presents itself to you. So sometimes in the connection, you sometimes just got to allow. So sometimes in the wanting, you can overthink it. So sometimes if you're not feeling it, just allow what comes into you. Allow yourself to connect. Allow yourself to allow and invite in whatever energy you at this moment in time need. After your last exhale to the left, do not rush it. Bring your palm into the same mudra, your right hand, and now sit in this column of light. And as you breathe in through both nostrils, allow your whole body to open. Feel each and every one of your chakras opening, from the root all the way up to the crown. And feel that this divine energy is pouring down through the Stila Gateway at the top, through the soul star, into Sahara chakra, through Ashna, through your throat, Vishuddha, through Anahata chakra, through Manipura chakra, through the beautiful awareness of Svadhisthana chakra, and through the Muladhara chakra, through the earth star, and you are connecting heaven and earth. And the place where you connect heaven and earth within your own body is your heart center. The shape of the heart is the six-pointed star, the yantra. One triangle pointing down, one triangle pointing up. Drawing your dharma, your destiny, to spread as much divine light. So know that divine light. Know that you're a being of that divine light. And it's to spread that energy into the physical realms. So what are you drawing in now? Visualize that column of light and allow it to draw down, down, down through you, feeling this beautiful awareness. The gift. You know, they say that our angels are with us all the time. We've just got to acknowledge and invite them in. You invite in by opening yourself up to this energy and allowing. That's how you invite in. By allowing. Just saying, I ask you in, is not really going to do it. You need to trust, have faith, have pure unconditional love, and allow. Allow yourself to receive. The deeper you're allowing, the more you receive. And then trusting those intuitions, trusting that allowing. Not saying in your mind, oh, I can't possibly be feeling an angel. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Believe it, know it, and feel. Trust your feelings. If you go within, you're going to have a feeling of knowing. Again, that knowing that you know. It's going to feel incredibly expansive. You might even get goosebumps. You might even have a few tears. It's going to be a really incredible feeling. So you might find the tears, you might find the goosebumps, you might find that you just have this overwhelming feeling of love. There's no right or wrong answers. There's just trust. And it's Vijnanamaya Kosha. This intelligence, it's actually your intelligence body, the special knowledge body, this body of feelings that is helping you to access this awareness. The awareness of your own divine soul. So sit for a few moments, going deeper and deeper, feeling and sensing, connecting. Allowing. very, very slowly allow yourself to sink back down into Shavasana. Make yourself comfortable for a few moments and allow yourself to go deeper and deeper into this awareness. Vijnanamaya Kosha answers the question, who am I? I am a being of light, having a human experience. Just allow yourself to rest for a few moments. So fill your day today with some nice, if you've got some CDs that have got mantras on, or if you happen to have sound bowls, play them. Fill yourself with sunshine, go out in the sun, draw in that beautiful light from the sun. Fill yourself with light. Feel inspired. And then very, very slowly bring yourself out of Shavasana, wriggling the fingertips, wriggling the toes. Taking some lovely big stretches, letting out your oohs and your ahs and your mornings or your evening sounds, depending when you're listening to this cast, this YouTube channel, or if you're listening now, your morning sounds, ohs. And then take your knees and give them a wonderful hug, squeeze them to you. Roll over onto your right sides. Know that you are this being of light. And let this being of light have some beautiful fun today as you bring yourself to a seated position. Bringing your hands into prayer. Bowing your heads to your hearts. And surrendering to the magnificence within. Thank you all so much for your energy and your time. Wishing you the most super wonderful day. Namaste, everyone. And guys, a special request. Where we bought Star and where we bought, where we got Star and where we got Sky, our dog and our cat is Kitty Haven, Puppy and Kitty Haven. If any of you feel, I'll send you the link on some of my yoga groups. If any of you feel drawn to support them, they're actually having a really tough time and don't know if they're going to keep going. So it's up to you, it's up to your hearts. We've sent, but even a small donation to Puppy and Kitty Haven, I know a lot of you know them. They're really struggling in these times and they do some fantastic work. So I will, on my group, send you the link. But if you feel drawn to send from your heart, then please do. Namaste again.